Kidding. It's time for the November Wine Club shipment already. I feel like I say that every time I make one of these, but here we are again. It was a pleasure to see a lot of you over the summer and the fall. I've been able to connect with you in the tasting room. It was absolutely nuts in here today. I usually try to do these videos in the morning, start my day off at 9 a.m. a little tasting, but we were just too busy for that. So you caught me in a late afternoon, early evening, a reasonable time to try through some wine. The November Club shipment includes a couple of unique wines. So to start with, those of you that joined us for the member appreciation picnic on, sometime in July, we poured the 2014 Feinherb, and nobody had ever heard of it before, including me. But Peter Beecraft, our head winemaker, made this wine with Kelby Russell, the former head winemaker at Red Newt, and it is a dry, semi-dry Riesling. The goal was to make a harmonious and balanced Riesling that defied the legal parameters for semi-dry or dry or whatnot. So it's called Feinherb. It does hang out in the semi-dry realm, but it is 2014, and you guys are getting me totally fresh. I have not pre-tried a lot of these wines, so we'll see how this goes. But 2014, we're talking basically a 10-year-old Riesling, which you can tell aromatically. There's hints of petrol. It's still got a ton of lemon. More like lemon preserves, candied lemon. It's so nice on the palate. Bright acidity. If I didn't know, I would have thought this might have been more of on the drier side of a semi-dry. There's nice ripe fruit, apples and pears, lemon throughout. But that acidity is beautiful. I feel like this could continue to age for quite a while because it's still super vibrant and youthful. But friends and Friends Club, you guys are getting this in your shipment, as well as the Family and Passion Club members. It's lovely. I don't want to dump it. It is almost 5 o'clock. Next up, Friends, Family, and Passion Club members are getting the not yet released 2021 Lemberger. I have not tried this, so I'm kind of curious. As many of you know, 21 was a cooler, more wet year, so the reds are a bit more delicate. But I know that from our Cab Franc, they're still pretty complex with not lots of nice red fruit notes. You can see in the color that this is a little bit lighter, but it's got really pretty ruby. And right out the nose, I get a lot of pepper and strawberry. A little raspberry, definitely baking spice. I love the spiciness of Lemberger. Yep, the baking spice translates to the palate really nicely. There's definitely red fruit, some cherry. It's a little bit lighter, but this is going to be super food friendly. That cherry and baking spice are delicious. All right, folks, that is the Friends Club shipment. Family Club members, you guys are getting those wines. Also, the 2022 Grey Series Vignoles. For those of you that are unfamiliar, Vignoles usually a sweet or a dessert wine, but for our Grey Series, Peter ferments it to semi-dry. And that allows it to keep lots of those tropical fruit notes, but finish a little bit drier. There's a whole bunch of like pineapple and melon right on the nose. A little mango or something. I might be thinking tropical, but I'm smelling it. Lots of acidity there. Catches me right back here. There's ripe fruit, like right in the mid palate, but then it's like, bam! We also have lemon in here. Yum. This one would be really fun with spicy foods, or like I'm kind of wanting to do some kind of Asian noodle dish with some heat, because there's a lot of fruit and there's a lot of complexity in there that could hold up to some complex meals, like Thanksgiving dinner, which can be complex to play around. Speaking of Thanksgiving, Gewürztraminer, the quintessential turkey wine. You gotta have it. So, the Gewürz is coming in the family club shipment. The nice thing I like about how Peter makes his style of Gewürz is that they are really aromatic and floral and fruity without being perfumey. That's I struggle with that with Gewürz sometimes, but not in these. Yeah, lots of lychee right there, pear, spice, white pepper. There's just so much happening in this one. You could just keep going back to it. There's like pear skin and definitely a bunch of the lychee, aromatic and on the palate. Passion Club, you guys are getting all of those wines, but you're also getting the library wine. And the library wine for the November Wine Club shipment is the 2016 Cabernet Franc Lemberger blend, which those of you that know 2016 was a fantastic year for, well, all the wines in the Finger Lakes, but particularly the reds, and 2016 was, this particular wine was no exception. It's delicious. I haven't tried it since 2018 when we released it, so we'll see. There are only about 70 bottles of this, so the Passion Club, you guys are all getting one. The other 20 or so will be available to family club members that reach out to me directly first, because I'm not going to have enough to put it up on the website. So if you are trying to grab one of these, shoot me an email right from this email where you got this video, and we'll see what we can do. 2016 Cab Franc Lemberger. So we've had a few years in the bottle.
Oh yeah.
Have a good night, Mike.
Good night.
You're on video now.
Good thing I wasn't passing gas.
So we may have to cut this part out and back in. We'll see. No, I'm trying to do a one-shot video over here. Now I'm talking to it about. You're fine. There's definitely baking spice and dark red fruit, cocoa, a little bit of like cedar, kind of woody, earthy notes in there. I just went trekking around through the woods and it smells a little bit like this with some cranberries. Hey, again, for Thanksgiving. I feel like there's definitely still vibrant acidity. This feels like it could continue to age again for like 5 or more years. It's still super youthful, vibrant, lots of fresh red fruit notes, spice. It's delicious, and it's going in the Passion Club shipment. These are the November 2023 wines. and we are looking forward to getting them to you. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and thank you for supporting our labor of love by being a club member. Cheers.